Hello everyone, welcome to Commerce Classes. In today's class, we'll be understanding third problem of amalgamation regarding the journal entries in the books of purchasing company and its balance sheet. Now this is the problem that we have already done in respect of closing of books of the vendor company. So let us go through the problem again. The balances of assets and liabilities of Keval and Inder Limited are given. So these were the capital, liabilities and assets given. The terms were that a new company, Calvin Limited, was formed to amalgamate both these companies on the given terms. Their assets are valued, remaining assets are taken up at book value, and obviously liabilities are also taken at book value unless otherwise given. Further, it says that the new company is to issue 35,000 equity shares to the shareholders of Keval Limited and Inder Limited. That means the new company has decided a total consideration for both the companies to be given in the ratio of net assets. That is to say that their net assets will be calculated and then this purchase consideration is divided between these two companies on the basis of their net assets, and shares will be given at 10% premium. Right. So when this company Calvin Limited is to issue shares, these will be given at 10% premium. So let us revise the purchase consideration. So both these companies' net assets were calculated. They were found to be in the ratio of 3:2. So consideration of Keval Limited was 21,000 shares of 100 rupees each at 10% premium, that is 110, and for Inder Limited it was 14,000 shares at again 10% premium, that is at 110, 15 lakh 40,000. So total 35,000 shares are distributed like this. Now we are to pass journal entries in the books of purchasing company. Okay, so in the books of purchasing company we pass entries under two main headings. Number one is the journal entries for amalgamation or absorption, and number two for adjustments, right? Now, when we read this question, we find there are no adjustments given, so only the first set of entries will be done. In the first set, again, we have made two sub-classifications. One is the main entries, that is wherein we pass entry for acquiring the business and we explain its two components, its debit and credit side. And then the second set of entries within this category are their preliminary expenses, the realization or winding up charges of the company paid by purchasing company, and any statutory reserves to be maintained. So let us see these entries. Number one is that we are to pass entries for purchase of business. Since it's a case of amalgamation, so a combined entry for purchase of business will be passed. Like our journal entry is business purchase account debit to liquidators of vendor company. Since in this case both Keval and Inder are vendor companies, so we will write to liquidators of Keval Limited to liquidators of Inder Limited. So a combined entry will be passed for both. So we know that the total business was purchased for a consideration of, see here, 23,10,000 was for Keval Limited, and for Inder Limited the amount was 15,40,000. That means the total consideration was 38,50,000. Right. This we could have calculated here also, because it says that the company is to issue 35,000 equity shares of 100 each at 10% premium. So total consideration is 35,000 shares of 100 each being issued at 10% premium. So 38,50,000 is the total consideration. Consideration of Keval Limited is 23,10,000 and of Inder Limited is 15,40,000. This is first entry. Secondly, we are to explain this component, that is payment to the liquidators and then the business purchase. So what is included in the purchase of business? So liquidators are to be paid through shares. A very simple question here. So we will pay to the liquidators of Keval Limited and to the liquidators of Inder Limited So company is going to pay them through share capital. So their purchase consideration 23 lakh 10,000, 15 lakh 40,000. So a total consideration shall be paid through the share capital. So equity share capital account. Now how many shares are being given? So 35,000 shares are being given of 100 rupees each. So 35 lakh, and remaining is the securities premium, right? So 35,000 shares at 10 rupees is the premium and 100 rupees is the par value. So you explained the liquidators part, you paid them through the share capital. Now left is business purchase. So through business purchase we are to record assets and liabilities being taken up. So we know that the assets and liabilities are being taken up through net assets. So these are the assets and the liabilities being taken up. If we have goodwill, we don't write it here. Reason being, goodwill is the balancing figure of this journal entry. So we will simply record the assets and liabilities taken up. Again, a combined entry can be done. So land and building account debit, and we know that the total land and building is 35 lakhs. This is how you valued it, right? So plant and machinery being taken up at 7 lakh 50,000. Accounts receivable 3 lakh 30,000. Inventories. Now while recording inventories, we need to remember one thing, that if our own stock is coming back to us, we need to cancel the unrealized profit. So own stock coming back to us is that this purchasing company sold this stock sometime back to the vendor company, and now that stock is with the vendor company, which is coming back again to the purchasing company. However, in amalgamation we can forget about this case, because in amalgamation a new company is formed. So if it's a case of new company, so your old stock cannot exist because this company has just been formed. So you have inventories at 5 lakh 20,000. But otherwise we need to remember common stock here. One type of common stock is handled here in this entry. Other type of common stock is adjusted as a separate entry in adjustments. So bank account 2 lakh 50,000. So right, we have recorded all assets. Now we are to record all the liabilities. So in the liabilities they have taken up creditors, they just have creditors with them. So to creditors 3 lakh 50,000 against business purchase of 38 lakh 50,000, right? So this is how we pass this entry. Now we are to balance this entry, because our purchase consideration should be equal to the net assets being acquired, and if it is not equal, then we are to write off the amount as profit or loss. Like herein, if we total up this, the total of the credit side is 42 lakhs, right? Now when we total up all the assets, what we find here is, it is 45, 50, 53 lakh 50,000. So 53 lakh 50,000 here and 42 lakhs here. So debit total is 53 lakh 50,000. I am just doing it for the explanation part, right? And this is not done here. We simply write a narration that being the assets and liabilities acquired under purchase of business. So our difference is 11 lakh 50,000, which implies we have got more assets as compared to the liabilities or the payment being given. So you have got a case of profit. So it's a capital profit. So it is to be recorded to capital reserve. 11 lakh 50,000. So by recording, this entry gets balanced. So these are the three main entries which we perform for recording of the purchase of business. Apart from these three main entries, there are three more entries. Like the company may be paying winding up cost of these liquidating companies. The company may be paying its own preliminary expenses for its formation, or it may have to maintain some statutory reserves. Now when we look at the company's balance sheet, we find that there are statutory reserves of 4 lakh to be maintained. So in the additional entries, preliminary expenses are not given, cost of winding up is not given, but these statutory reserves are to be maintained. So our journal entry will be amalgamation adjustment account. These reserves are created out of adjustment debit to statutory reserves. You need to maintain these reserves to keep on availing the benefits. So if you do not maintain this, the company is to pay off the benefits that these companies have earlier taken under income tax provisions. So you need to maintain is to keep with those benefits. So we pass this entry. Adjustments are nowhere given, so we can leave that. So it's a simple question having only 4 journal entries. See, in any question we won't be having all the 10 entries being covered. The only thing is that we must remember all the entries so that wherever possible we can pass entries. So 3 main entries, 3 additional entries, and then plus adjustment. Adjustment of common debts, adjustment of common stock, adjustment of any payment to the liability holders, right? Cancellation of goodwill and capital reserve, and securities premium against discount. So these are the adjustment entries, or any other entry as given in the problem. So we can pass that. Now coming to the next part of our question, that is the balance sheet. So balance sheet is to be prepared strictly in the given format as per the Companies Act 2013. So this is the format of our balance sheet. In any problem we have to make this format only, and all calculation will be done through the adjustments, through the notes to the balance sheet. So we can write here in the books of Calvin Limited, balance sheet as on 31st of March 2017, right? So number 1 is share capital. So we will record here share capital. So notes to balance sheet. Notes to balance sheet includes number 1, share capital. So in this problem we just have capital being issued at the time of consideration. So you can say that authorized, subscribed, issued share capital. So all type of capital, because we are not given anything else. So issued, subscribed, called and paid capital of 35,000 equity shares of 100 rupees each. So 35 lakhs. This is your capital. Alright. So we can record 35 lakh rupees of capital. Now coming to reserves and surpluses. Second, reserve and surplus. Now combine all the reserves that this company is having. It's a new company, you see. So you can easily pick up the amounts from the entries. You don't even need to look at the balance sheet now, because it's not an existing company that we need to see that these are its assets or not. This is a new company and this is what it has, just this. So from here we can find out that they have capital reserve of 11,50,000. They have securities premium 3,50,000, and they have statutory reserves to the tune of 3,50,000. So that makes a total of 18,50,000. Okay, so 18,50,000. Now non-current liabilities. So does it have any? It took over creditors as a liability. There was no other liability. So it is not here. Now current liabilities includes accounts payable, creditors. So our third note will be current liabilities, creditors. So we have written here the combined amount 3,50,000. So we can explain it from the book. Creditors of Cable Limited, 2 lakh. Inder Limited. So you need to write the proper notes. Explanation needs to be there. So 3,50,000 is the amount of creditors. So this is our third note. Now coming to the asset side, tangibles number 4. So in the tangibles, we have two assets, land and building and plant and machinery. Again, land and building for Keval Limited and for Inder Limited. So we have taken up their land and building at 23 lakh and 12 lakh. So that is 23 lakh, 12 lakh. So that makes it 35 lakhs. Then you have plant and machinery of both the companies. So you need to show all the notes, right? So 3 lakh and 4,50,000. So we do not take over the assets at their book value. We take over them at their agreed values. So 42,50,000 is the tangible fixed assets. So herein tangible fixed assets are 42,50,000. Intangible includes goodwill, so it was not there. We have capital reserve. No investments are there. Now we are left with inventories, trade receivables, cash and cash equivalents and others. So number 5, inventories. Now while taking over the business, inventories were taken up at their book value. So Keval Limited, Inder Limited. So inventories are taken up at 2,20,000, 3 lakh. So 5,20,000 inventories. Accounts receivables, that is debtors. So debtors are of Keval and Inder Limited. So debtors are 1,80,000, 1,50,000. So 3,30,000. So 520 and 3,30,000. 5,20,000, 3,30,000. Now cash and others. So you have cash and cash equivalents, and herein we know that we are given the bank balance. So it includes bank. So you have Keval Limited 2 lakh, Inder Limited 50,000. So was there any change taking place in this? During the process of amalgamation, we just have these entries and you can very well say that no change is taking place. So your cash and cash equivalents is 2,50,000. Coming to others. Others like any kind of adjustments or preliminary expenses, etc. So we know that this company created statutory reserves through amalgamation adjustment. So amalgamation adjustment account stands at 3,50,000, right? So we can give this also as a note. Number 8, it is others, includes amalgamation adjustment account 3,50,000. So that completes all the notes. Now we can total up the balance sheet to see whether it is matching or not. It should match if we have recorded everything correctly. 57 lakhs. Now this is going to be 57 lakhs. So total of the two sides is matching, indicating we have recorded everything correctly, right? So this is how we complete the books of purchasing company. So we have covered all the 3 cases. We covered external reconstruction, problem number 1, absorption, problem number 2, and now the amalgamation, problem number 3. So this is how we compile entries. We are to pass entries within the 2 main categories and then we are to give the balance sheet. Remember, you can always make this format of balance sheet for all times, and it is going to be like this only, and all the calculations will be done through the notes to balance sheet. So prepare proper notes to the balance sheet. So the questions might seem lengthy when we are writing, but these are very easy to handle if you follow the procedure. So we have covered the basic things, that is the journal entries or accounts to close the books of vendor company. Like we did this sum, we closed the books of vendor company after calculating purchase consideration. We completed realization account, equity shareholders account, account of purchasing company. So all the necessary accounts are prepared to close the books of vendor company. We have done entries also, so you can look for the entries in the preceding videos. After closing books of vendor company, we are to pass entries in the books of purchasing company with the balance sheet. So this is how we pass entries in the books of purchasing company given the different categories, and then we compile the balance sheet. Now we have done adjustments of purchasing company along with this, because when we passed these 10 entries, it had 6 entries in amalgamation and 4 entries for adjustment. So adjustments are covered for this, but sometimes we have adjustments for the vendor company also. So now we will be taking up the adjustments of vendor company along with some full-fledged complete practical problem in the coming class. Thank you.